Who's tall, guys? I'm Shorty, and today I'll be doing a TTI about Halloween night a couple years ago. Now, if you guys are a new subscriber or don't know what TTI means, it stands for the time I, which is basically a series where I talk about interesting, scary, funny, or just plain creepy story happened sometime in my life. So today's gonna be probably about the time on Halloween a few years ago. I know I should have put this up on Halloween. I actually did, but I didn't finish it. So I'm just gonna make this TTI number 3, and it'll be somewhat kind of a part 2. So basically, it's Halloween night. I don't know, I was like 10, maybe 4th grade. I'm not too sure, and I was dressed up. I think it's like a Star Wars clone trooper, and my sister was this cow. She went as a cow for Halloween, and she was actually like, I don't know if you guys know, but like sometimes there's like cowbells. If you guys are familiar with the that little segment with Will Ferrell called More Cowbell, it's kind of like that. It's just a cowbell. And so my sister had this cow costume with a cowbell that was on the front of it, around her neck, kind of like a necklace. And every time she would walk or move or run, it just started jingling really loudly. And so my mom was just taking my sister and I trick-or-treating that night. And a lot of weird, creepy stuff happened that I actually explained in the last one. I'll probably link that in the annotation or link in the description. But anyway, besides the original first part of this TTI, whatever. So earlier that night, all that other stuff happened. This right now, during that last time where my family was heading back, or my mom, sister, and I. My dad was at home giving candy out to people who came by the house. So my mom, sister, and I were heading back home, and we were going up this one street, and there was this dog just kind of sitting there in the corner next to this house, like this fence by this house. And so we just look at it, we're just walking by, just kind of ignoring the dog, not really paying too much attention to it. And we walk past it, and then all of a sudden we just hear it growl. It was an extremely deep, deep, deep growl. It was very, very startling to us. We were like, okay, we just saw a dog, and we couldn't really see it too well, so it could have been a poodle, it could have been a chihuahua for all that matter. But when we heard the dog bark or growl, we are like, that is not a chihuahua, that is not a poodle at all. And so we look back at it, and it's this pit bull, and it just starts running at us. And we're like, okay, this is not good. So my mom takes my sister and I, kind of puts us behind her, and grabs us by the arms, and just like starts yelling at this dog, just like telling it no, telling it to get away, trying to scare it as much as possible. My mom was like making herself like kind of extra tall, standing on tippy toes, kind of spreading her arms, trying to make herself look like more extra powerful against this dog. And basically my sister started running around, or not running around, but like sort of backing up, and her bell was jingling. And that's when I realized, I was like, hey, Mom, yeah, the dog is totally attracted to my sister's cowbell. And so as it was jingling, this dog was getting all riled up because of it. So we had to hold the bell, and then we took it off, and we had to hold the little thing inside of the bell so it would not ring so loudly. And basically it was mostly fine after that. And we kind of got the dog to go away. The owners of the dog came out of the house and took the dog, kind of probably spanked it in the butt a few times. I don't know. And so that's the first part. So then the next part is we're coming home after that dog thing. We're going up our street, and my dad was actually outside talking to our neighbors. And so, we finish up talking. We go inside, or we tried to go inside, and we realize, oh, wow. Yeah, we can't get in our house. We're locked in. My dad had accidentally left the keys to get inside the house sitting on the table right next to the front door inside the house. So we were totally locked out on Halloween night, and we could not get in our own house. So basically my neighbor and my family, my family came over to our backyard, but we had to chain up our own dog in the backyard because she really is like kind of crazy with new people. So to chain her up. And we brought the neighbor in our backyard to help us get into our back door. And, because, our neighbor's actually, good with that kind of stuff, like building. He does building stuff. I'm not really too sure the correct terminology for that job, or whatever the profession, I don't really know, but he's good with that kind of stuff, opening doors or never mind, that's not the point. So we're back to trying to open this door. We have like tools to try to get into the house, and we actually had to not break the door, but we had to like unscrew the door. It took like an hour. So my I actually have a friend who lives at my neighbor's house. So he and I, his name was Jack Henry. He and I were just playing in the backyard with my little sister, and then my next door neighbor or the dad, which is the next door neighbor, he was helping my parents open the back door. Excuse me. And so we finally get it open, and I had to go through the house and go open the front door so we could all get in, and everything was pretty much fine after that. It was a pretty funny experience, though, because on Halloween night, it was, and believe it or not, I think it was a full moon. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure, I know there was one Halloween night where it was a full moon, or else I'm just being stupid and making stuff up. I'm not really too sure on this, but I just thought it was pretty funny because, on Halloween night, you'd have all this crazy stuff happening, and of all things, getting locked out of your house. So I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. I'm still getting back into things. Might be a little bit rusty, but hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. I said that already. Anyway, talk to you guys later.